Hello again, everybody. It's me, Marcus, and I review stuff. Today I'm reviewing the song Infinite by Silverstein, featuring Aaron Gillespie. I've heard one song by Silverstein before, and that was Massachusetts. Loved it, so I was like, I definitely have to get back to this band. It was just a fun time, a really cool listen, very poignant lyrically, just a great song. So I'm like, yeah, we need more Silverstein. So this did come as a request, so as always, if you would like to request something, please just leave a comment down below, and I'm sure to get to it eventually. I have a really long list of songs to get to, and I'm writing more down every day. But yeah, really enjoy what I've heard from this band so far. Excited to listen to this one, so I'll stop talking, and we will listen to it. Again, this is Infinite, Silverstein featuring Aaron Gillespie. Here we go.
I wanna breathe like I'm brand new. Why can't I feel like I'm supposed to? Don't you feel the pressure? I do. Tell me this will end soon. My mind's running away, a mile a minute, can't shake it off. A free fall, I give anything to make it stop. How can I be an optimist when all this feels infinite? When the darkness finds me, all this feels infinite. And the brain is blinded. All this feels infinite. It's infinite. Infinite. It's infinite. I gotta find some way to relate it to a lot, so I can see straight erase every lie and have to anything I have to. My mind's running away, a mile a minute, can't shake it off. 6 feet down, buried in my own thoughts. How can I be an optimist when all this feels infinite? When the darkness finds me, all this feels infinite. And the brain is blinded. All this feels infinite. It's infinite. Infinite. It's infinite. When the darkness finds me, then I'll follow blindly. How can I keep it together when all this feels infinite? It's infinite. Infinite. It's infinite. It's infinite.
That was good. I liked that a whole lot. Maybe not to me as strong as Massachusetts in my mind, but still a very solid song. And it kind of took me by surprise in many ways. You know, when the intro started, I was like, is this going to be like a more pop-oriented song? And in some ways it was, but I liked the heaviness that we got from the drums in certain parts, from the guitar in certain parts, and then even from the singing in certain parts. So I think it all kind of came together to make a pretty solid song, in my opinion. I would say maybe the one thing that maybe it suffers from is being maybe a little bit too poppy for me. Just there's kind of this thing right now in rock where I think they call it like basically like Imagine Dragons syndrome, where, you know, with the success of Imagine Dragons over the last few years, a lot of artists are trying to sort of emulate that style and that success, and that's kind of the vibe that I got from this a little bit, where the chorus especially was just a little overly simplistic and poppy. Hopefully not to cash in on that trend, but it did seem like it was maybe not as authentic as it could have been, I guess, is kind of what I'm getting at. But overall, I thought it was a good song. I think the poppiness kind of serves it in many ways. It does give it that sort of accessibility that I think it would have not had otherwise. I do see that this is from their 2020 album, so this year, wow. And so, it is. I got to give props to a band trying to, stay up with the times and keep with the trends and stuff like that. And I could definitely see this getting its play on radio. But anyway, let's go ahead and break it down like we normally do. Let's start with the lyrics. So verse 1. Oh, and also, apparently Infinite is the lead single from Silverstein's 2020 album, A Beautiful Place to Drown. The song features Aaron Gillespie, the clean vocalist and drummer of Under Oath. I've heard of Under Oath before. I've never listened to their music. So if you're watching this and you like Under Oath, then yeah, give me some suggestions from them, because I don't think anybody has mentioned them yet. I could be wrong. I have to double check. But anyway, here are the lyrics. I want to breathe like I'm brand new. Why can't I think somebody messed up the lyrics here. Why I can't I feel like I'm supposed to? Don't you feel the pressure I do? Tell me this will end soon. My mind's running away a mile in a minute. Can't shake it off. A free fall. I'd give anything to make it stop. How can I be an optimist when all this feels infinite? When the darkness finds me, all this feels infinite, and the pain is blinding. All this feels infinite. It's infinite. Infinite. It's infinite. I gotta find some way to relate. I drew a line just so I could see straight. I kind of like that line. Ease every lie and half truth. Anything I have to. My mind's running away a mile a minute. Can't shake it off. 6 feet down, buried in my own thoughts. How can I be an optimist when all this feels infinite? When the darkness finds me, all this feels infinite, and the pain is blinding. All this feels infinite. It's infinite. Infinite. It's infinite. When the darkness finds me and I follow blindly, how can I keep it together when all this feels infinite? It's infinite. Yeah. So to me, it's a song about trying to find the good or the light or the positivity when everything kind of just feels like it will go on forever. There's no end in sight. If you're in a dark place or if you're kind of down, you had that sort of feeling that this is never going to end. And I've been there before, so I completely get that. Where it's like, yeah, am I ever going to get through this dark time? Am I ever going to figure out what I'm going to do with my life? Stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, is this pain and suffering infinite? How can I be optimistic if I'm not sure if it is or isn't? So I think it's a pretty relatable thing. The lyrics are, to me, a little simplistic, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And it is a shorter song. But like I said, the chorus especially to me was just maybe a little bit too simplistic, maybe a little bit too poppy. But I still enjoyed it, and I think the lyrics served the song well for what they were able to do then instrumentally. So I'll still give it maybe not 2, maybe like a thumb and a half, just because I did feel the chorus was a little bit too simplistic for my taste. As far as the instrumentation goes, though, I was really impressed with a lot of the guitar work. I liked some of the heaviness. To me, this was kind of a poppy song, but with some heavy elements, which I was totally fine with, and I think I gravitated towards those heavy elements a little bit more. Like I said, when the song first started, I was like, okay, is this going to be like a pop song? Is this going to be totally different from what I've heard from them? But no, they still had some of that heaviness in there that I really like in the guitar riffs, some in the drums. I liked whoever was doing the screaming vocals. I really liked that part. But also the clean vocals sounded really good as well, so that was enjoyable too. And so really those parts are what I gravitate towards in this song. But like I said, it still had those sort of poppy elements, again, still kind of there in the chorus. Which actually to me is more of a positive. It kept it accessible, where it was like, okay, it's not just a hard, heavy, downtrodden song. It is more so a mixture of elements, and at the end of the day, this sort of pop-oriented part can make the song a lot more accessible to some people who may not be into the more hardcore or heavy instrumentals here. So I think it was a solid song for what it's worth. I'll give it like a thumb and a half instrumentally. To me, it was kind of short. I wish they would have done a little bit more that was memorable. This did kind of sound maybe a little generic in some places. So, but from what I heard and the heaviness that I really liked in there, still rate it positively here. As far as replay value, I don't know if this particular song has a place in my playlist right now. I definitely want to listen to it again just to get another feel for it. But to me, this seems like a song that's a little bit on the generic side for me, and something that maybe I won't be interested in listening to a whole lot. With that being said, I can see it maybe having a place just, when I want to kick back and not really thinking about things too much and just want a song to play that's going to be kind of catchy and just enjoyable in a certain way. So I don't think I can rate it negatively, but I will give it just one thumb up there as far as replay value goes. Overall, I enjoyed listening to it. I just wish there was maybe a little bit more substance there. That's it, really. I mean, to me, like, if I pit it up against Massachusetts had, to me, like a really hard, heavy meaning. The instrumentation was right there along with it, and really kept the song going for me. It really played well with the lyrics and the instrumentals and the singing. Even they all really played well together, and to me, made a very coherent story. And I was invested in it. Whereas I feel like this one, the investment is not necessarily there as much. So. Now, I will say this is not the last Silverstein requests that I've had. There are a few more. I can't remember the names of them off the top of my head just because I do get so many requests. But you will definitely hear from this band again on my channel. So this is not the end of Silverstein here. We're going to listen to them again in the future. So if you have more requests, maybe something you think I like a little bit more from this band, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoy the music, definitely go support the artist. I'm definitely going to put them in my Spotify playlist. It's got every single song I've heard so far on my channel, so I think you guys will really like it. If you want to support me, just the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.